By the time this drops, the NBA season will be upon us. The games will be real, no longer preseason. Real deal. And it seemed like coming into the season, number one and number two topics, depending on your perspective, have been the Brooklyn Nets and Los Angeles Lakers. We've seen the talent that both teams have stockpiled. But while one of the teams, the Los Angeles Lakers, everybody trying to question our age. Can we
And
get it
fit.
done at that age and that fit with Russell? That's true. That's true. That's true. With the Brooklyn Nets, it hasn't been a question of age, hasn't been a question of fit. It's been a question of vaccine mandates. So, as it stands right now, as we are taping, doesn't seem like the Brooklyn Nets will have Kyrie Irving. So, my question to my brother, Joe, is do you think the Brooklyn Nets stand a chance to still get it done, win the title without Kyrie Irving?
I'm gonna say no.
Talk,
Um,
talk to me.
and I'm not saying it from a standpoint of that I feel like Kyrie is such a big mega piece, right?
Mm-hmm,
And I'm not saying that because we all know that the brother is talented,
mm-hmm,
like no question. Um, I'm saying no because of the makeup of their team. It's centered around those three because they gave up their bench depth.
mm-hmm,
They gave up Karis LeVert. They gave up Jared Allen. They didn't want to pay Spencer Dinwiddie. Like they gave up their bench because they wanted to go with these three and then put some guys around.
mm-hmm,
Now, I ain't gonna even say that they really just put some guys because you got Blake, no, Lamarcus came back. You got
mm-hmm.
Patty Mills. I know a lot of people mad at Joe Harris for flaming out against Milwaukee, but he is a shooter. He's a shooter. And the center, can't think of his name right now. Um, but like that's the makeup of their team. Now, if I would have given them a better shot if everybody else was still running the two superstar system that we
Mm-hmm.
saw in the bubble, if it
Mm-hmm.
was just Bron and AD. You know what I mean? Um, I just think, man, without Kyrie, it's gonna put a lot on Harden and Durant. And I just pray that their bodies can hold up.
What about just winning the East then?
Winning the East.
Just the East. So
Just the
getting
East.
by the Bucks, getting by the 76ers with that two-headed monster. You still got KD and James Harden.
Right,
These
no
two
doubt.
dominant players. And
I
complimentary guys.
mhm. I think they're good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They're going yeah, y'all probably gonna tell me this is inflammatory, right? But I'm gonna
Uh-oh.
say it.
Okay.
And if I'm wrong, I don't mind coming back on here and be like, I was wrong.
I think you do
And
mind that part, but okay.
I mean, but I will say it. The Nets just might be fourth without Kyrie.
Yeah, you being inflammatory. Yeah, you right.
I'm trying to, because I know I would have the Bucks in front of him. Okay, fourth or third, no higher than third.
Mm-hmm.
Them and Philly, because I think Philly may be in a little disarray right now. Without Kyrie, I'm putting the Bucks in front of them. I'm putting the Miami Heat in front of them.
So you high on the Heat. You high on the Heat than T is.
Yeah, Well, he ain't really feeling Lowry, but I think that's a great addition for them.
Mm,
I would pick Lowry over Dragic. I would, because Lowry does give you stuff on the defensive end. He's gonna take a charge.
mm.
You know what I mean. He play hard. Um, yeah, man. I really, yeah. My answer is no. I don't think they can win the title without Kyrie. But that may not be saying much because I didn't think they was gonna win it with him. But needless to say,
I'm torn on this because I feel like, okay, you got two guys absolutely dominant, prime players.
Mhm.
We ain't talking back end of the prime, nothing. That these guys still right there in their prime. And I just saw Brun and AD win a ship as a dynamic duo with complementary guys.
But everybody else was a dynamic duo as well.
So you saying that year wasn't no big three nowhere?
And there was no big three. You remember we talked about how we that's how we want the NBA to be.
Clippers had Kawhi and PG.
Because we said they should bring back NBA Jam.
We did. Kyrie
Mm-hmm.
and KD didn't
KD.
come back off an injury that year.
Yeah. I don't think that was a big that
But
was a
in the
big three.
but in the East, I don't see a big three.
I don't
Other,
I
other than the big three that we thought the Nets were gonna have.
yeah. I know I don't consider the Bucks a big three,
They solid. They
but
solid as
they're
fuck.
like they solid.
They real solid.
And I think you finna
Got
give
a
them
mega star in Giannis, and
you
then
finna give them another year
now if they take
of
another step.
chemistry.
If Middleton takes another step and be if he's more consistent,
Mhm.
Drew got to be more consistent too. He's
That's it.
consistent defensively, but then
Oh, absolutely.
his offense in those playoffs kind of.
Coleman. They came and went.
But if them boys consistent, okay, then you got a big three then. With the Heat, they got some young guns. Jimmy was somewhat inconsistent.
Yeah, I don't know. I almost want to give him an excuse because he just I don't know. He ain't seem like himself. Maybe that bubble stuff took a lot out of him. I guess I don't know.
But he
And
had a
that
whole
turn,
year.
know what I'm saying? That turnaround, the turnaround of them
Think so?
actually finals to the
No,
regular
I don't
season.
give them that joke because they had all the months off
No,
after Rudy Gobert did the thing.
I didn't say he should miss games.
Right.
I'm just saying he wasn't. You know,
They were tripping.
because you got to think Jimmy played big in the finals. He was
Oh, he
giving you
went.
triple doubles.
He went ham.
Wait, that's all that. And they didn't have Bam, and Bam really wasn't himself when he came. So a lot was on his shoulders. I don't know if that's the case, but I know Jimmy definitely did not have a good year last year.
I put it like this. I'm gonna put it on something. I think the Nets, even without Kyrie, should win the East and then lose to the Los Angeles Lakers.
That's what the world want now, at the end of the day. That's the finals we all want, but we wanted it with Kyrie.
That's part of it. And who knows? Kyrie ain't necessarily drink no titty milk either. He might have got hurt anyway.
That's true.
Hell, the way it looking, KD or James might get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, on the Lakers side, AD might get hurt. Brun in his advanced stage might get hurt. Like it's a lot of variables, but on paper right now, Nets, if they don't win the East, that'll be a disappointment. They just got to get it done. If KD is what everybody trying to say is, if they telling me I'm wrong, that Giannis is not the best player in the league, that KD is indeed the best player in the league, and then you got a motherfucker like James Harden as your road dog, you got to get that done with or without Kyrie. But America, y'all chime in and tell us what y'all think about that. Should the Nets still win the East if Kyrie Irving does not play this year? Put it on something. My kids wanted me to tell y'all to make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me across all social media platforms, like the videos, and share them. Did I forget anything?
And turn on the post notifications.
Y'all heard them. And also, visit Statement Tees, LLC.com and shop with us. That's Statement Tees. Every t-shirt you wear
Makes a statement.